Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and I got to tell you, it feels like forever that I've been talking about the Track, Trace, and Database Society, and I've been warning people that their phone is 100% spying on them all the time. Not some of the time, all the time. No matter what you think you do to stop it. So, what I want to do is go over this latest article, because this is something I've been covering literally in a way before cell phones were popular. And now the technology has gotten as such that we're going to talk about the ins and outs of automated content recognition, automated speech recognition, automated video object recognition, and even the big data and analytics behind it all. So earlier this week, a report came out that more than 1,000 Android apps harvest data even after you deny the permissions. In other words, Android lets you toggle a little bit more and say, I don't want this to have access to my GPS data. Nonsense. Of course it does. Of course it does. Now, I think it was something like 1,300 apps out of 88,000 tested. Now, I would say this. A lot of these apps don't look like they were tested for the right things at all, but they found things like them taking metadata from photographs and GPS locations. And like I said, they're building a big data profile on you. This is not really new. For instance, if you saw this article back in December of 2017, the headline reads, "The game on your phone may be tracking what you're watching on TV." But what it really was talking about is apps, games, whether they were on your phone or smart devices, etc., that were using ACR software. And this drove me absolutely crazy when they were talking to Facebook, because Facebook and its apps use ACR software. What is it? Automated content recognition. What that essentially means is anything that your phone can take in as data, it will, while you're possibly watching a television show or having another device on. So for me to really explain this, I thought that we would go here and let this gentleman, this is an old video. I actually played many parts of this in my We Are Change expose, but he will tell you how they had this is like at least 2 years ago this video came out. He talks about second by second analysis on what people are watching on television through smart devices.
What can I tell you about Alfonso that the world doesn't already know?
Well, the world doesn't know much because you're an obscure software in a niche market with a confused populace that doesn't understand how far technology has gone. So please tell us.
Alfonso is a TV data company. And by one important measure, the biggest TV data company. We collect viewership data on a second-by-second basis from more devices in more households.
Let me see. Look at that. Do you not see what he says right there? Let's stop it. You think what you're watching on television, oh, maybe my smart device is harvesting data. Everything around you, mobile and living room devices. Alexa was just starting to get big as this company was coming up. All these things are spying on you 24/7, 365. And it's not just going to be your phone. For instance, Facebook, we're going to show it to you, has Portal, which is going to have facial recognition on it. So now it's not only going to map your behavior, which this is what this stuff is doing. It's mapping the behavior around you, building algorithms, building a data profile on you. But then you're going to put another device that's constantly in your home, not only taking in your voice and what you're listening to and what you're going, but then getting your facial recognition and seeing how you act and behave. And all this is going to be artificial intelligence and machine learning. And those are in the Gartner reports. I'm going to show you, usually you pay for these as businesses, but they give you like a little synopsis of what you're going to get in those analytics, and we'll show them to you in a minute.
Than any other company.
And by the way, 30 million households 2 years ago. It's probably a lot more.
That measures TV advertising. We are indexing content and ads 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, across 200 cable channels and broadcast networks, as well as many streaming services.
So again, it's not just cable, it's streaming services, it's your phone, it's your Echo device, it's all of it. It's all of it. They're taking everything in. And remember, the reason we're looking at this is because, yet again, even when you thought, well, I have an Android device, I can just block this stuff off. No. In the back game data, the data game is the big business game. You are the product. Okay? And again, it's right here. So Portal, if you notice, it's a little bit more advanced than just your phone and Skyping and a webcam, in the sense that it's going to follow you around. Again, it's going to read your facial recognitions, and it's going to be on 24/7 in your house. All right? Will people trust Facebook enough to put its new smart speaker in their homes? It's not a speaker. And I don't like those smart speakers, Google Play, and all that other nonsense either. So, this is February 2008. Why ACR data is poised to become the future of TV measurement. All right? A brief history of ASR, automated speech recognition. So all of these are coming together. Do you get it? Automated facial recognition is the next step on that. But here's the video object recognition, aka the facial type recognition. All of it. All of it's there. And when I was telling you the top 10 data and analytics technology trends for 2019, it's all augmented analytics, all real time. Please go check this out yourself. Continuous intelligence, explainable AI, all right? The data fabric, I thought this was interesting. Data fabric enables frictionless access and sharing of data in a distribution data environment. And I know a lot of you in there, in the chat right now, are referring to 5G, which is going to make a lot more of this possible in real time. But I got news for you. We don't even need 5G for this to actually be in real time right now. 5G and its real-time capabilities are going to be more along the lines of automation, self-driving cars, and, the exchange of data at a rapid rate. Now, we already have, when you're only talking about, ASR and video recognition, so they're not, they don't have the camera on right now videotaping everything. But they are taking data around it, like GPS data. Maybe they're taking a photograph, or maybe they're looking at the amount of times you hit the selfie button. Oh, I didn't like that one. Why didn't you like that one? Well, you were alone, and it knows you were alone because nobody else was talking to you, and you took 6 of them, and you finally chose this one, and that's going to build a profile on you. But now you're taking selfies, and then you're showing it to your friend, and it can tell you're showing it to your friend because of the automated speech recognition. It realizes you're having a conversation, may not be recording that conversation, but again, it's not like you called this person. And then it's going to see how suggestible you are, and perhaps whether you listen to somebody more and more. And these things are already taking place. The Track Trace Database Society, at least on the government level, has been around since the inception of telecommunication networks. I've done videos on it before, but I encourage you to please go check out Hepting versus AT&T, and how all the way back in the 90s, the NSA had secret server rooms where everything was split in half and siphoned off into their data networks. Now, again, that didn't mean they were listening to every single phone call. That means that they were databasing every single phone call. They were running it through software. They were looking for keywords, and they were building analytics and profiles. So people, please understand that this is right here, this news story that, by the way, hasn't gotten enough press, is simply the tip of the iceberg. This is going on with Apple devices. This is going on again with the Amazon Echo devices. Again, they got outed how many months ago? Again. This is going to go on with the Facebook device. That's why you cannot put a portal in your home. And they're trying to get us more acclimated to this. It's the Jetsons on steroids in an Orwellian nightmare where the telescreens do look back. So I would just say this. We have to have discernment in what we're putting into our own homes. We have to realize that, if we do want privacy, maybe with our family somewhere, we put the phones down. We put them in another room. And then we take it in. And that's not paranoia. That's simply reality. Guys, I want to thank you all. If you're new to the channel, please join the Burmese Brigade. This is, I believe, video number 5 of the day. I'm actually going to be going into a couple more things late night tonight, including the Bohemian Grove and possibly Area 51. Don't know if I'm going to get to that one, but we cover real news here. We've been all over the Epstein case because obviously that's incredibly important. Thank you, Flickoff, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Guys, we're doing it big. Assange, Syria, Iran, DARPA, Tulsi Gabbard, Disney being exposed, NXIVM. I have to do a NXIVM update. That's another one I've been meaning to do. I've been meaning to do the video on James Patterson, who wrote Filthy Rich, and how he spun the Trump-Clinton connections to Epstein. So we're going to be doing a lot of these videos coming up. I want to thank everybody for the financial support. We are 4,000+ out of the $5,000 goal with about 6 days to go. Erica Jill, oh my goodness, thank you so much. And I got to do a thank you video to all you guys. So you're making this happen. You're making independent media work, and because of you guys, I'm pumping out 30 to 50 quality videos a week. Thank you all, and I will see you guys on the flip side.